will be the moderator. There is a series of questions that will be asked to all the candidates, and then each candidate will be allowed to answer in turn, in order. I'd like to thank Derek Birch over here on the right. He was very important putting this together. And Trevor Chandler, if you could raise your hand or stand, Trevor. Student body president, he's put the money forth for this event. And with that, Dave, you'd like to take over.
Alrighty then, good evening to everybody. I am Dave Cody, and I'll be asking the questions tonight. So, starting with Mr. Bosse here.
Sorry, miscommunication. Every candidate, if you get 2 minutes to introduce yourselves in your campaigns, I apologize.
Good evening. History is made by those who show up, and the fall of 2006, not a lot of Republicans showed up. I can't blame them. Nationally, in New Hampshire, the Republican Party gave them every reason to stay away. For the past 5 years, I've worked for Senator John Sununu in his Washington office. In that time, I've seen Congress lose its way in a maze of earmarks and backroom deals. I've seen a Congress more interested in buying your vote than in earning your vote. I think we can do better. I'm running for Congress to restore our federal government to its core priorities: a strong national defense, secure borders, and an economy free of the taxes, mandates, and overregulation that have slowed it to the brink of recession. I am passionate about free speech, free people, and free markets. I think we need candidates willing to stand up for those ideas and to get those Republicans to show up again. Good enough is not good enough anymore. We deserve candidates who will refuse to participate in earmarking, candidates who will stand up for freedom at all levels. We deserve to be inspired by our candidates. You should demand to be inspired by your candidates. History is made by those who show up. And you've shown up tonight. Let's make some history.
My name is Jennifer Horn. I'm running for Congress in the 2nd District, and I'm here tonight to share my thoughts and my ideas about what I think what I can do for our district, and I'm here tonight to ask for your vote, ask for your support. I'm running for Congress because I think that people have lost faith in their government. I think the American people feel that government has failed them, that government has lost its way, and I believe that we can do better. I think we can do better than career politicians. I think we can do better than political operatives. I think we can do better than the same old thing, business as usual, backroom politicking that we've seen for so long. I'm running for Congress because I believe in our country. I believe that America is a great nation. I believe that her greatest days are still ahead of her. And I believe that when good people come together and stand for what's right and fight for what's better, that they can change the world. I'm running for Congress because my heart is here in New Hampshire. I want what is best for my neighbors at home. And I believe that we have reached a point in our history where it is time to return to the days of neighbors serving neighbors. Time to return to the days of public office as public service. That's why I'm running for Congress. I thank all of you for being here tonight. I'm looking forward to the opportunity to having this conversation with you.
My name is Jim Steiner, and it may shock you, but I too am running for Congress. And here in the 2nd District, I hope between now and September I will have earned your vote of confidence and your vote of support. Some veterans who were accompanying Senator McCain during the presidential primary, which I know seems like a long time ago to so many of us, commented at an event I attended, "We need more veterans in Congress to make decisions that affect this country." I am the one veteran who is in this race. I came out of Central High School in Manchester. I went to West Point. I'm proud to have served my country as an Army Green Beret. I've been an attorney here in New Hampshire for the last 20 years, and I have the experience born of those 20 years making laws, protecting the rights of small business, protecting the rights of property owners. That is the kind of standard that I will take to Washington, D.C. I am also the only candidate, including Paul Hodes, who I look to replace, who will not take any special interest money. You in the 2nd District will always be my sole special interest. And again, I'm here to solicit your support, to solicit your vote, and to move from September to November to add strength to our Republican ballot in November and to see a little sea change occur in Congress and to introduce one more veteran down in Congress from New Hampshire. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I'm going to start right off with the questions, seeing as we are on kind of a tight time schedule now here. So we'll start with Mr. Bosse here. What do you think is the single biggest issue facing America that you intend to confront in your first term?
Thank you. I think Congress's #1 responsibility has to be national defense, and that's a responsibility that they've failed to live up to over the past few years. We are in a global struggle against Islamic fascism. This is an evil ideology that wants to bring a new dark age upon the world. Those are the stakes, and we need to win. Iraq and Afghanistan are the current battlegrounds in that global struggle, but we're also fighting them in the Philippines. We're fighting them off the Horn of Africa. We're fighting them in London, and in Madrid, and in Paris, and here, where the threat of Sharia law threatens to extinguish freedom wherever it's introduced. These are the stakes, and we need a Congress that is willing to give our troops every tool and every advantage in order to win. Paul Hodes said that funding our troops would be the top priority, and then he played games with troop funding. He backed a funding bill loaded with earmarks. When Senate Republicans insisted on a clean funding bill, he voted against it. We can certainly do better than that. That'll be my top priority. Domestically, I think the top priority is the economy. And as I wrote in the Union Leader a couple of weeks ago, I think the American economy, the strongest engine of prosperity in world history, can recover as soon as Congress stops trying to help.
Thank you. Mrs. Horn.
People have lost faith in their government. They have lost their faith in their government. I think that's the greatest problem that we face in our nation today. Between waste, fraud, abuse, corruption, people no longer trust their elected representatives. It goes to the heart of what our democracy is all about, to the heart of what makes our democracy strong. They have lost faith in their representatives. The most important thing that government must provide people is a level of integrity in everything that they do, in all of the issues that they face, and all the challenges that they are called upon to confront. The only way that government can restore faith in the American people, the only way that our representatives can restore the faith of the American people is by changing the way they do business in Washington, D.C. And the only way that we can change the way they do business in Washington, D.C. is by changing the kind of people that we send to represent us. We have got to go to the heart of what has caused the problem to begin with. It is the career politicians. It is the people who have spent their entire lives setting themselves up to acquire the next level of power that have so corrupted the process of our democracy. We have got to get government spending under control. We've got to cut tax rates. We've got to simplify the tax code. Immigration, the war, not just the war in Iraq, the war against radical Islam, taking care of our troops, not just on the battlefield, but at home. These are all real challenges that Congress has failed to confront and problems that they have failed to resolve over and over again. People have lost faith in their government. They deserve better. And the way that we get better is by changing the kind of people that we send to Washington, D.C. I believe that we can restore, that the faith of the people can be restored. I believe that America as I said earlier, is a great and strong nation. But I think that she is a great nation not because of her politicians, because of her people. Because the voters demand better. I think that this is